The Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization atro nkrata na nkrata no omo responded to Dennis Miracles Aboagye atre se enya asem ketwa kra na otie de omo pese omo kana se omo si omo aye audit omo hu reports omo aye audit report afa Miracles Aboagye ho a ohwe de ekoso a wedi bone inti se Miracles Aboagye beba betena social media akase wo yokofo a eche no no de ndi bone bia wonye we bia no omo trese ye ntro because eye nkrofo we na ye auditing no omo ye auditing no na omo trokoma yoku se ye former boss a ye friend Miracles Aboagye embra na owo as ye boss no bone a wo ye yini ati ase inti ye ko kenkan nkrata na ni ahwe nkrofo no ensemo a wo mo edit to dwa. And the first time we have share subscribing and click the notification bell on so we understand latest news be about on Sabekan. This video is kindly brought to you by Biogas Expert Engineering. Nansen insio ho ayedin e wo Ghana Mr. Fre Biogas Expert Engineering. Unhia nso a na omo en supply clean water emma. Medie recommendation amema wa na futu amema ene say omo ba be ma nsuo na mo muntu borehole ema because omo tu borehole ma wa one Ghana Water Company eni assembium se Ghana ende yesu se ye ni nsuo no de obenya nsuo afebo omo di mfide pa latest equipment ene beba be tu borehole no ama inti from e was 054 620 5377 054 620 5377 ofra na wa momwati asese melodies ena a direct CEO edeo about. Now, I say IMCC Secretariat response to public comments by former Executive Secretary Mr. Dennis Edward Aboagye. Now, I say the Interministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization Secretariat has noted significant inaccuracies and unsubstantiated statements made by Mr. Dennis Edward Aboagye, a marketer and a former executive secretary of the IMCC Secretariat during his appearance on Okosi saying on Asempa 94.7 FM on 21st July 2026. Also, the IMCC Secretariat is a public service institution established under Section 207(3) of the Local Governance Act 2016, Act 936, and is governed by laws applicable to the public services in Ghana, including the Public Financial Management Act and Public Procurement Act. Also consistent with these obligations, a forensic audit was conducted in 2025. The audit report found Mr. Aboagye in the accountant personally and jointly culpable for identified irregularities, including authorization or facilitating non-compliant transactions. Mr. Aboagye was given the opportunity to respond to the findings, which he did. Inti, baby ana Miracles Aboagye ye edwuma no. Asem o mo ka, onze Miracles Aboagye kotena ekosi sen show so. Eno ka so no de onye ebone na ye den. Ba asem o mo trend say Miracles Aboagye any saa time no nipa kra no ya accountant ema ye this particular outfit no. Ene tena ase hye ya omo allegedly no ebo kro no. No mu wiye no omo tron krata de koma Miracles Aboagye say ya baba be hu say embra na MPP time ote ya no no boni a wedini responded. Also following that, the audit findings have been submitted to the Economic and Organized Crime Office for necessary action. Inti obi a waka se Miracles Aboagye eye dede a wo ye so wo bo aban le chinti na epese ye chi no no mu ana mu ka se Miracles Aboagye onye eboni bia no eye actually an audit, an official audit na ya ye hu ne sesika yewia ene ya submit audit report na akwa iyoko Charlie Mbetena no more can I said anyway. I said the Secretariat is not privy to the full scope of findings of Iyoko's investigation, but has been informed that the audit report forms part of a wider inquiry and will continue to provide requested documents and information in accordance with due process. The Secretariat categorically refutes Mr. Aboagye's claim that the Executive Secretary instructed him to stop commenting on government matters, or stated that the NDC government was pressuring him to find something on Mr. Aboagye. For clarity, no such directive or instruction was issued. At no point was such alleged disclosure made. Miracle Aboagye kotena ekosi saying so. Na some more kind say, ono yakatre ne say, onye komenfa NDC aban ho. Na wonim no kasa omo beche no. Na baby ano no ye adwuma here company we no. Yakatre company we pinyin. Say omo fine boni bi emfa Miracle Aboagye ho. Ose bibia sensi ye. Se Miracle Aboagye kasa or your true fan kasa. Ose on the contrary, the Secretariat states that Mr. Aboagye, through one of his lawyers and a mutual friend, invited the Executive Secretary to a meeting at the lawyer's office on 18th July 2025. During the meeting, Mr. Aboagye asked the aspects of the audit findings be dropped, including findings on 2 bank accounts. One of those accounts recorded transactions totaling 102,256,802 and was not disclosed in the handing over notes. Enti penyina semo a can say onu mom na Miracle Aboagye eba be frɛ no no mokokoye meeting. Enti omokokoye meeting no omo ehu say handing over note no transaction bi aye over 100 million Ghana cedis. Miracle Aboagye amfa nhye eye handing over note nim. Enti Miracle Aboagye mom and our catcher the current penny say yes no yifrim menfe no nshem mo bi hu say sa ade we yesi. That is what the person is alleging. Also, the request also covered matters relating to PNY Investment Limited, BMABA Enterprise, and GABTE. The Executive Secretary declined the requests. The Secretariat rejects Mr. Aboagye's claim that the current Executive Secretary is targeting him through the audit because of a proud termination of appointment. This is tangential, and the least said about this claim, the better. The Secretariat states categorically that no audit or review of its operations is intended to victimize any former official. And apparently, no, you see, Penina and the hono. Emra Miracle Aboagye MPP bae no Miracle Aboagye ba be pame sa penyi na ende wote ho no nti Miracle Aboagye se ane eyotan hunu because embra na me ma ban wo so no me pame woni nti and then this bae no de wa ba be ye penyi a onso pese o ya na wo chimitu aje era penyi ne ka se ma san sama wo kana nim. I said the Secretary stated categorically that no audit or review of its operations is intended to victimize any former official. Administrative, financial, and operational reviews are standard governance practices. Therefore, allegations of persecution are false, unfounded, and misleading. The Secretariat further clarifies that following the enactment of the Local Governance Act 2016, Act 936, steps were taken to mainstream its staff into the office of the President and the civil service to ensure institutional continuity and strengthen Ghana's decentralization reforms. By the close of 2025, the Secretariat had been fully integrated into the office of the President, from which it now draws its budgetary allocations and to which its reporting lines are formally established. Also, the IMCC Secretariat remains committed to professionalism, accountability, transparency, and the beautiful execution of its statutory mandates. It will continue to act in the national interest and will not be distracted by unfounded allegations intended to undermine the integrity of the institution or its leadership. The IMCC Secretariat therefore appeals to Mr. Aboagye and the relevant law enforcement agencies to ensure that official documents, including past handling over notes, referenced during his media engagements but not currently held by the Secretariat, are retained without further delay. And no hunti, Miracle Aboagye say, some of the documents no still be a one ho. Inti no one yen temuana onye den onfa embra. This is quite interesting. Inti wamayati as I say, allegedly no, Miracle Aboagye friend for a meeting. 100 million Ghana cedis transaction be. Or say, Miracle Aboagye friend say, nanke ni kwan say, oman krofo. That's, I mean, this is serious. I say the audit findings, no nanke drop it. Let's see how this goes. A quick one. 3 years ago, Obi recommended this perfume with a mommy. Now, ever since then, it has become my favorite perfume. Me pie a perfume way. In fact, a son of this year, okay, my new one, but one level need no me use super. Now, just like the person recommended to me, I better name my favorite one. No, me so me recommend man for Obi biara me recommend this perfume way man biano. And there any background is any favorites. Inti wa would see me so person who a perfume way. Fake ones be brave Ghana ha. But the only place I'll be real one no number no screen so offer Montias yes sena and I recommend them out. They will give you discounts. What you say? They be our Ghana biano free delivery. Ebeba. Na emema na mutie me no. Me pese me mama apo. So pese oba bi odwen wo ho pa a perfume we. Tomano. Oye oba nso na pese oba ma bi dwen wo ho pa to sa perfume we ma no. Mete ha. Wo beba be damasi.